Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea and today we are going to be talking about when the best time to apply for jobs abroad is. Let's go. There isn't one straightforward answer because of many reasons. It really depends on where you want to apply, and it also depends on the hiring season. So let's just say that you want to work in Argentina, which means that you are gonna have to apply in December, January, and probably February. But if you want some sort of visa sponsorship or anything, you may want to apply sooner, because you have to bear in mind that sometimes it will take you up to 2 months to solve all of the work visa sponsorship and all of that. However, if you want to, let's say, work in places like in Europe, most of them start school in August, September, which means that they are gonna be looking for teachers around March or April or May, because by July they have to know how many teachers are coming to work for them. And that's why many teachers have to tell the school owners or the school managers that they are going to stop working by a certain time. Because if you say that you are no longer working, that you are not going to work for them the following year, then they have to find someone to come and work in your place. And that is quite a lengthy process, not because of the hiring process, but because of all the visa and the work permit and finding a place for you to stay. So that's also something that you need to bear in mind. So if the schools start in September, by August you have to have everything solved, which means that if the application process for them is about a month, then you have to apply in more or less June. July you can get the job offer, and then in August you do all of the paperwork. Of course, if you need visa sponsorship. If not, this process can be quite straightforward and way simpler. But yeah, for many non-native speakers of a language, we do require a visa sponsorship. Unless of course you are applying for a job in a place where you have a work permit or you're able to get one on your own. However, in places such as Japan or Korea, they do have a different schedule. The academic year starts in March, like Argentina. But again, something really useful to do before you are looking for jobs is finding out when the school year starts, because many language schools, if you're applying for language schools only, will start their courses at the same time school start. Now, by this, I don't mean that, let's say that you want to go and work in Germany, and in Germany they start school in September and you want to work there and it's already November, then you're gonna have to wait until it's, let's say, May or April or June in order to apply. No. Why? Because I was able to get a job abroad applying in October. It was October, yeah, I remember. So it was actually the end of September, beginning of October, and I had applied for a job, like hoping that they were gonna give me that job, but I already knew that I was not gonna be with my students since the beginning of the academic year. That's what ended up happening. So I got the job offer at the beginning of October. I resigned the first week of November, and then I traveled to this country by December. So that was a 2-month process. But again, this can also be lengthier, depending on where you want to go and depending on how long it takes for citizens of your country to get a work visa. For me, it took just 1 week to get that work visa, but I wanted to spend time with my family before traveling. When I was in Italy, we started the application process in August, September, but I only found after 2 weeks of trying to get an appointment, I was able to get an appointment in Buenos Aires, but I had to wait for about a week before getting my passport back, which meant that even though I had the job offer made in August, I was in Italy in October. So you do have to bear these things into account. I started working there when the kids had already had more or less 2 or 3 weeks of classes, and you will have to do some sort of takeover, because of course there are, in my case, they had to take over my lessons, like my classes at first, and then I would have to take over and then of course have my own students. But yeah, this is also something that you need to bear in mind. It is possible to get a job outside of these. The academic year starts in September, so you have to get a job by August. Yes, it is possible. But more often than not, there are many vacancies before the school starts than when the school has already started. Why? Well, let me give you one example. When I was working in Italy, I think that 6 or 7 of us were hired before the academic year started. But once the academic year started, they realized that they needed to hire someone else, and they just hired one person. And this is why you may want to apply to a certain job before the academic year, but that does not mean that if you apply after the academic year has started, you will not get a job. That's completely possible, but again, the chances are lower. Where would you like to teach abroad? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to watch these videos next. I'll see you there.